I think Android 12 broke all my benchmarks. I am not a fan of synthetic benchmarks. It's too easy to get a big number score, and that score doesn't always predict real-world performance. This is a premium phone with a big graphics score. This is a budget phone with a lower graphics score. I try to test real apps. You put some data in, measure how long it takes to complete a task. You note that time, it's a lot more work. Well, a change to Android 11, which is now more properly locked in on Android 12, is rendering years of my benchmark charts obsolete in a bad way. I have a link below from Google on what scoped storage is, but the TLDR, instead of apps having broad access to the public file system, each app has to create a private little folder. That sounds good from a security perspective, but it's wreaking havoc on compatibility and performance. Back before scoped storage was mandatory, on audio and video editing apps, I could save a project, open my file explorer, go to that save file and copy it to share with any other phone. Now, I don't have access to that private folder, so we have to do the silly dance of exporting the project to a cloud save and duplicating the project files. It takes significantly longer, and it also significantly reduces user control because we're not allowed to see inside the private app folders. Worse still, scope storage seems to require some apps copy files into the private storage before they can work on those files. My photo editing test is a bit ridiculous by design, but it's set up to process 200 raw files from a Sony full-frame camera in one big batch process. Not only to see how fast it can get through all those files, but I also use this test to see if performance degrades because of thermal throttling. I apply a bunch of edits and then time how long it takes to apply and save all of those edits. Now, before scoped storage was mandatory, this is what it looked like to apply all of the edits to 200 files. That was pretty quick. After scoped storage, it looks like this. Uh-huh. All right, we don't have time for that. I'm gonna just shove it to the side. I'm gonna let that play on the side of this video. It'll take way longer than the remaining duration of this video. Now, I'm sure we can find numerous instances of bad apps doing bad things with file access. I appreciate the security concerns. And we can say, but the developers should work harder to improve the performance. They knew this was coming from Android 11. But I don't really believe Google has given them that much support in improving this. Literally, in the Google blog, they say, yeah, this is probably gonna tank performance. What you gonna do? My favorite photo editing app is an incredible Lightroom competitor. It's a single purchase, no subscription, and it's built by a really small developer who likely lacks the resources to handle this kind of performance change quickly. We've been seeing app updates from this developer to improve stability. It's gonna be a while before they can make up that kind of a performance difference copying files over into folders. When a change like this comes down, the developers are going to get blamed for poorer performance. We'll see angry app reviews over what is more likely the Google created problems. And it's just another irritating pebble in my shoe over our classification of what a smartphone should be. The open file system was one of the greatest power user advantages of Android over iOS. You could let apps just do their thing and never think about all the under the hood stuff. Or you could get in there and organize and clean and manage it exactly the way that you wanted. It's getting really old losing power user features on our pocket computers. I'm getting real tired of restricting our phones to this knuckle-draggingly insulting idea of a low-level, basic, average consumer instead of encouraging more people to step up and do more computing from their phones. I'm getting real tired of not getting to eat steak because babies can't chew it. And hilariously, this is just really bad timing from Google. There's already a general idea of iPhones being able to outperform Androids. We've seen all the unlabeled bar graphs. We just went through a generation of phones that ran kinda hot and performance could be inconsistent. And now, someone upgrading from a 3-year-old phone running the same kinds of apps is likely to see a noticeable downgrade in app performance. So what use is all this crazy compute power in my pocket if it tanks this bad doing something that used to take literally seconds? I have no solutions. I've really been looking, and I've never been more desperate for a strong third place operating system in the mobile space. That's it for this one. I'm here all week. Tip your waiter, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.